We are here in the San Bernardino National Forest, working near the community of Angelus Oaks on a fuel break around the community to help protect it from wildfires like the El fire that burned here in 2020. The forests have become overgrown. It's pretty thick with a lot of young trees. Over time, a lot of fuel has accumulated, so we come in this case with the Urban Conservation Corps, to help thin out those fuels and mechanically remove some of them.
The Urban Conservation Corps is a local corps in San Bernardino that employs 18 to 25-year-olds looking to start a career in forest management and restoration. These type of experiences are important to corps members because it exposes them to a different interface.
For this project, we're working with the Urban Conservation Corps, or the UCC, which is part of the Southern California Mountains Foundation, and helping their crews develop a workforce that we can then hopefully pass these young corps members to the Forest Service or to CAL FIRE or other fire management agencies. So the crew members here gain a lot of valuable skills working with chainsaws and other mechanical tools to remove brush and invasive vegetation, and they can go on to earn certifications and work for the Forest Service or CAL FIRE on one of their fire management crews.
So out here you see some of the chainsaw operators limbing trees, which basically what it's doing is it's removing the ladder fuel. Basically what that's going to do is going to prevent the fire from getting from the surface up into the canopy of the tree. You don't want the fire to get up in the canopies during a wildfire because it makes conditions a lot less manageable.
The El fire started on September 5th near the city of Yucaipa, which is in the foothills of the San Bernardino National Forest. And over the course of several weeks, it ended up burning over 22,000 acres, mostly in the San Bernardino National Forest. But it burned all the way up to the edge of the community of Angelus Oaks, and was really only stopped by a fuel break that the Forest Service had maintained. So our current project is helping to maintain the other side of that fuel break should a fire come up the other side of the ridge and threaten the community. What we're trying to do is mimic what would naturally happen on the landscape. Over time, this landscape would naturally burn at a low intensity. We'd have small, fairly frequent fires, often during the winter, usually caused by lightning strikes. So now we're trying to get back to a more historic norm. So that means that we have fewer, more healthy trees that are farther apart, and so they're not as competitive with each other. It helps us manage fires, it helps them stay at a lower intensity, and it's safer for the community.
Working with partners like the National Forest Foundation brings additional capacity, which allows the forest to implement our necessary forest health and fuel reduction projects. Additionally, it increases our zone and regional capacities at the procurement level, and again allows us to implement more projects across the region of California.
Funding for this project was provided by CAL FIRE's Forest Health Program as part of California Climate Investments, Southern California Edison, and donations to the Southern California Forest Fund. The Southern California Forest Fund was created to support efforts like the Angelus Oaks Wildfire Resilience Project and other projects that promote forest health and community resilience. Donate to the fund today by visiting support.nationalforests.org/SoCal.